so sorry. I cannot stop singing this song. It's insane. Hello, my beautiful people. Okay, I cannot stop singing the song from Notre Dame de Paris because we are going to go and watch this musical in Canada, which is my absolute favorite musical. So I just started singing it and I was like, hey, maybe I should do like a quick recording of a tribute for my favorite song from the musical. Maybe I'll do that before going to or after that, I don't know, but I'm like super excited. So I've been singing and now my voice is very raspy and very quiet. So let me grab a glass of water and I'll be right with you. So today I decided for the first time to record a video without the ring light in front of me because it's pretty sunny outside. So I want to see how that looks like. Let me know down in the comments below if this does look good or if I actually do need the ring light. I don't know. I can see myself on this big screen on top, so hopefully it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. I pretty much like the lighting as it is at the moment. So okay, what I wanted to discuss with you today, I actually got super inspired to record this video yesterday after my therapy session, after my supervision session in Gestalt. You can hear how raspy my voice is. I literally have been singing nonstop. I haven't sang for like a long time and I just got re-inspired to do that. So I've been singing, like doing some vocal warm-ups and my voice is like, oh, why are you pulling this muscle so hard, Lisa? Anyway, what I wanted to discuss with you today is what psychology is. This is a huge topic because I strongly believe, and not just believe, I have proof of that based on my experience in the United States, that therapy and psychology has a very, very vague and very unexplained kind of feel to it. I'm in a good position because I have something to compare it with, right? As you guys know, or maybe some of you don't know, I am very sensitive, or I'm very sensitive to different cultures and different countries. That's why I created the project Destination. Destination is where I travel to a specific place and I channel the energy from this place using psychological tools. So apart from that, if you want to learn about that project, we're going to link all the links down below in the comment box. But what I wanted to discuss with you today is something that I got inspired of talking about after my supervision session yesterday. I am a clinical psychologist, I am a clinical hypnotherapist, an NLP master, a coach, a Reiki healer, Theta healer, a Gestalt therapist mainly. This is like my favorite modality in psychotherapy. But I have a lot of different modalities and touches, and I always am in educational process. And I do study. Thankfully, I have an ability and possibility to study both languages. So some of the education I take in Russia, some of the education I take in Europe, some of the education I do in United States. And what I'm noticing is that the word therapy or psychotherapist or psychologist is not as commonly used, or if you please, does not have the same perception as it does in Europe or in Russia here in the United States, which is absurd. So let me tell you a story of how I decided to actually record this video. Yesterday I was in my supervision session, and as a working therapist, as an amazing therapist, if you please, I have to be quite often. I'm always in supervision, I'm always in my private practice and my private therapy as well. So I'm in this supervision group with 3 other girls, and they're from like Ukraine and Russia. And we're talking, and we had this topic of discussion regarding, after this session, regarding like prices and price points and how to establish price points in the practice, blah, 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 blah. And one of them asked me, she was like, hey Lisa, you live in America, probably in the United States, it's so much more common, like everybody sees a therapist, everybody goes to a therapist, everybody knows what it is. So how do you do that there? And that's where I paused and I was like, wait a second. It's a huge misconception. I need this water. I feel so raspy. It's a huge misconception because, yes, in America, people know the value of therapy, but it is still, if I were to describe it, it is still stuck 20, 30, 50 years ago from what it could be today. Or from what it is in Europe and in Russian-speaking countries today. And here's the explanation. Yes, based on the media, America or US is much more condensed towards therapy and towards psychotherapy. Because you can see it in movies, you can see it in media, in mainstream, right? People laying on the couch talking about their problems. Oh, I'm going to see my therapist. Oh, I'm going to see my therapist. So this is much more common, right? Oh, you can hire the therapist, you can go to a therapist. But it is lacking one and very, very important part over here, which is why. What for? Let me tell you what therapy does. And after this discussion that I had yesterday, I came to my husband and we started talking about it. I was like, you know what? I'm understanding right now that in America, there is a lack of really understanding why am I going to a therapist? What for? What result? What point B do I really go to when I go and see a therapist or a psychotherapist? Or I'm taking any psychological courses, which are not even that popular in the States. You have manifestation courses, you have coaching courses. Coaching is very, very, very common. And I think that coaching is something that actually took the place of psychotherapy, or what it could be at a certain point in the United States. Why? Because this is clear. You know why you're going to a coach. You know your point B. You know your destination, if you please, right? Like, hey, I need to hire a coach for accounting, or I need to hire a love coach, or I need to hire what else? Like a travel coach, or like a baby coach, or like there are all these different coachings. But coaching and therapy are not very, but they are different. And here is why. Coaching gets you to your point B. But coaches, well, first of all, coaching, you can get a coaching degree and certificate in like 3 months plus, right? It does not really go deep into understanding the behaviors or some subconscious patterns of what exactly is going on in the human being. It does not have a holistic approach. Coach will tell you, it's like, it comes from think about it, it comes from the word like coach, a trainer, and right? Somebody who will be like, you have to do it, you gotta do it, do the push-ups, do the pull-ups, you gotta run, you can do it. So the coach is somebody who motivates you. Coach is somebody who tells you what to do. Coach is somebody who is holding you accountable. But coach does not understand the subconscious patterns. Coach does not understand the behaviors. Coach does not understand what exactly is going on underneath this motivation. Why the motivation doesn't come? Why am I not able to grow in finances? Why am I not able to make or to find the love of my life? And this is where psychotherapy comes into play. Here we are. I don't know why, but the camera stopped recording again. Let me grab a glass of water and I'll be right back with you. So coach is somebody who will get you to point B, hopefully, or at least you pay him for that, or it's some kind of like an external projected parental figure that will hold you accountable, etc., etc. But here's what psychotherapy differs. Here's how psychotherapy differs. In potential, and again, this was another big shocker when I'm talking to my Russian colleagues or to my European colleagues. They all have this perception that in America, therapy and psychology is much more advanced, which is, to be honest, not. And here's the main reason why. Here's the main reason why you don't see so many influential, famous psychologists. Here's why you don't see so many influential, famous therapists, right? You see coaches like Tony Robbins. You see coaches like Joe Dispenza, but you don't see therapists, because here in the States, psychotherapy is still like very orthodox. It's still, I would say, 50 years behind what it could be or what it is in Russian-speaking countries or in Europe in that matter as well. And the reason for that is because here psychotherapy is still kind of in that medical-ish, not even a self-help, but kind of like medical field, right? You really go to see a therapist to just talk. You come, and this is, think about it, this is how it is perceived in the media as well. Somebody laying on the couch and just talking about his feelings. This is very Freudian, orthodox Freudian psychoanalysis, right? Very old perception of what psychotherapy is, of just self-discovery, this very long-lasting, very chewy, very don't have a final result kind of thing. Or you go to a therapist or psychotherapist if something is really wrong with you, if you have some kind of damage, if you have a PTSD, if you went through a really traumatic experience, or something that works together with a psychiatrist, somebody who treats psychological diseases with pills and stuff like that, right? So you see a lot of that stuff here as well. You go to a psychiatrist, to a psychologist, people mistaking them quite often, and then you get prescriptions to some pills, right, to some calming stress relief, or some concentration pills, which is a big problem. So do not do that. But overall, there is not really a sense of why do I have to go to a therapist? Why am I a completely healthy, right? In the measure, what does healthy psyche means? What is a healthy psyche? It means that you are able to operate in your day-to-day life, right? If something is stopping you from that, then you go and see like a psychiatrist, right? An actual medical help. But if it doesn't, then why do I go to a psychologist? Why do I go to a therapist? I wasn't raped. I wasn't like abused, maybe openly, but why would I go there? I would rather hire a coach. I would rather hire like a relationship coach, or again, a money coach. But here's the big thing, guys. Psychology goes so much deeper and so much faster, and it can get you to the results. That is the new wave of psychology that I'm bringing to the States myself, and I'm definitely 1000% stand behind that. Give you an example. Yesterday in session as well, I am talking about this new project that I'm involved with, business project, and in the conversation, in the session, what pulled up, what came to my awareness and attention is the feeling of guilt regarding the financial outcome of that program, of that project, right? Boom, hooray, exactly, yes, this is what I need. And I had this conversation with my husband after that. I was like, baby, I am so happy that I found that. And he was like, why? Like, here is why. Here is actually a perfect example of why psychotherapy, of why psychology is the best tool you can find in the world. No questions asked. I guarantee you that. Because it gets you there faster. You will think about it. It's like, I have a friend, and she's a successful woman, successful financially and successful career-wise. But her problem is with relationship. She cannot create a long, stable relationship for a long time. And as an external observer, meaning me, I am not directly in that picture, I am not directly in that experience, I noticed that what is going on over there is just a pattern of her going on the dates and dating these guys that absolutely are identical. Maybe she doesn't see that as much, but as an external observer and as somebody who's trying to see that, I can easily say that it's like the same person. You're literally dating the same person. And when you are inside the situation, you don't really see that. You are not aware of that. That's what awareness comes into place, right? That's what psychology does. It opens up and broadens your awareness. So she's dating these guys, and she's like, I'm so unhappy in relationship. It's just like this back and forth. And I'm explaining to my husband, I'm like, imagine you want to create a relationship. You want to succeed in love life. And you can go two ways. You can go way one is like a coaching kind of way, is like a physical steps, action plan type of way. You can go on 100 dates, right? You have 100 steps. And by the time you're on the 100th date, something will probably click in your mind and you will change your behavior. Something will adjust, right? But it will adjust only after you do this a certain amount of steps, only after you go to this X amount of dates. Or you can go to a therapist. You can discover the feeling, whatever pattern you have, and instead of going to 100 dates, you can get to that ending point of switching your behavior on the third one. Think about how much time and energy that saves, okay? You get to the same exact destination at the end of it, but you can either take 100 steps, 100 action steps, or you can take 1, 2, 3 and get there as well. You can go discover it internally, and that will change your behavior, because that's all there is. That is literally all there is. As Freud actually said, I love this quote that I heard the other day. He said, nothing happens without a reason, right? Everything has a cause. And that's why he's a father of psychology as a science, as something that is like as its own field. It discovers the causes for specific results, which can be poverty, which can be problems with your career, which can be problems with money, with love life, with health, with just general well-being in life. And that's where psychology comes into play. You can come and you can shorten that way. And I was so excited when I found that feeling of guilt that I felt that I had, because I'm like, yay, now I can do something about it. Now I can actually take it and go work on that and save myself that 100 extra steps that otherwise I would have taken, because I would have subconsciously chosen the wrong person to work with, the wrong person to do the target, wrong deal, something will go wrong with money, and it all may seem like external things happening, like something like these external circumstances are just not working out for me. But in reality, this is me making those choices. And by finding those patterns and changing them and discovering myself on a deeper level, broadening my awareness, I am saving myself time and energy. So that was my big thing. And I was like, I have to record a video about it, because honestly, in United States, and please let me know down in the comments below if you had that perception of psychology before you watched this video, or if you're like, oh, I don't know, I always thought that psychology is kind of like talking about my feelings. But to be honest, did you know why you were doing that? Did you even know why you're talking about your feelings? Did you know what therapists do? Because I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. This is actually an easy video for me to shoot. But this is my main mission, and this is what I'm most passionate about in life, because I see results not only with my clients but also with myself. I can see where that leads you. I can see those keys, those locks that are being opened, those doors, hidden doors that the person didn't know even existed before until they found the key, they opened it, and they got a completely new, different outcome in life, which is fascinating. And that is why I created a whole program that's called Destination. It's funny because I was using this word quite a lot in this video. And destination is this end result, right? Where you can get much faster and save yourself 100 action steps, 100, kilojoules of energy and time to get there faster. And if you're interested, down in the link below, I am adding the link to my Destination Wealth course. That course that will get you to your financial desired outcome without doing 100 extra steps, without doing 100 extra, without spending 100 extra hours, without using 100 extra cash investments, etc., right? Or research. You go and you find that key for yourself. You go and you find what exactly has been holding you back from this very precise desired outcome. And it's not about coaching. It's not about, oh, you have to go and save X amount of money, then invest that 10% of that into this and that, and blah, 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 blah. Because that's not how it works. Because if you're not getting that result, that means there's a cause for that. And we are about to find that cause and change that. So if you're interested, go and sign up down below. You will find all the information for Destination Wealth. You might even be eligible for my VIP mastermind that I am putting together this month. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram. I love you, and I will see you all very soon.